This is the longest suspension bridge in Japan. It's called the Mishima Skywalk. You can see it behind me over here, and you can see Mount Fuji off in the distance right there. Quite near Mount Fuji, well, near a big mountain, 93 kilometers south of Tokyo Station. This bridge wasn't built to carry cars. It wasn't built to really connect anything. It was built as a tourist attraction. 1,100 yen gets you as an adult on it, and in this video, I'm gonna show you around how Japan makes a bridge a really interesting tourist attraction. So as we're starting to walk out onto the bridge, maybe a fourth of the way in, maybe eighth, I don't know, not that far, it really sways quite a bit. Off in the distance this way, there are some cherry blossoms. Off in the distance this way is Japan's deepest bay. Before we started, there were people that offered to take our picture, of course, for a little bit of a fee, and I'm not drunk. This is really the bridge going back and forth like this. I need my sea legs, or bridge legs as it may be. And you hear a little bit of a woo, 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 woo. That's not me whistling. That's actually the bridge whistling, or squeaking, or creaking. If we weren't in Japan, I'd be worried. Or jumping. We're probably not gonna jump all that much on the bridge. And just to the right of the bridge, right here, if the bridge wasn't adventuresome enough for you, there's actually a zip line you can take to get to the other side instead. That's gonna cost you a little more. You might think it's hard to walk on with the sway, but you sort of get used to it. It's like a rhythmic sway. And you know, if you think like, how many people are gonna cross this bridge for 1,100 yen? A lot. I think there are more people crossing this bridge in the middle of nowhere in Japan than cross the Golden Gate Bridge that's free. And for all you statistics weenies out there that are gonna go look that up, you know, okay, there might be more people that cross the Golden Gate Bridge, but on this bridge, there feels like there's a lot more people here. All right, so now that we're on the other side, really what's on the other side? Well, this is the adventure area. This is where you can take the zip line from. This is where there's another adventure park. This is where there's also like a dinosaur park right here. But you know, the longest lines is definitely for the ice cream once people have crossed the bridge. The ice cream is about 500 yen or about $4 US. It is blue. It is sky flavored. There's places selling karaage chicken, cheese hot dogs. You can do Segway riding over here. So climbing walls, plenty of ways to spend even more money now that you're on this side. And they've also got a neat museum and diorama of the bridge that talks about how they built it. It took like 3 years, it looks like, to build this thing, so really quite impressive. And inside Tree at the end is where you can buy tickets for all those other things. Of course, there's a gift shop where you can buy things like dinosaur hand puppets. Even if you don't buy a ticket to come in, I think it's worthwhile stopping here. This is the parking lot, fits 300 cars, parking is free, and there's a whole bunch of shops and restaurants outside just at the parking lot. You don't have to pay a ticket to come in here, clean restrooms, but the coolest part outside is the Sky Garden up this escalator. Building that really looks like a glass house where they'd be growing plants. And yes, it's a gift shop here where you can get some gift shop items, but I think the really cool part is like the food court and restaurant. There's all these tables and all these neat plants that are hanging from the top. And if you wonder, are these real? Yep, these are real flowers. Super cool. What you'll find to eat up here, you'll find a juice smoothie shop that also has ice cream, like down below. And they've created a really amazing optical illusion in this place. By putting mirrors up here at the top, it makes the place seem a lot more floral than it really is. You see all those plants? Well, that's just a mirror. And then there's the gift shop right back here. And of course, our daughter, she really enjoyed the small little kiddie play area, but this is a pretty cute way to entertain the kids while the adults might be eating. And she's making some new friends too. Hi. This attraction is Traveling Princess approved. So now if you're coming to this part of Japan and you're wondering, is it worth it to come in here, pay $1,100 to cross this bridge? I mean, I think it's interesting. I think it's a pretty interesting stop. Minimum visit, 1 hour, I would say. Like, it takes that long to like come in, buy your tickets, cross the bridge, take a look a little bit at the other side about the things you're not gonna spend money on, stand in line for an ice cream if you want it, come back and do it. If you wanna do all the activities that are back there, you could easily spend a half day or even a day if you do the mountain bike tours and those sorts of things. So there is a lot to do here, but if you like suspension bridges and suspension bridge parks and you're a world traveler, the place I'd recommend you go is the Capilano Suspension Bridge Park just outside of Vancouver, Canada. It has a really neat bridge that's shorter than this one, but because it's got like rushing water underneath and it's made a little more rustically, just feels much more natural and kind of a neat nature park. This one to me feels a little bit too manufactured, and I think like the bridge is safe, and I know it's safe, and maybe that takes a little bit of away of the thrill of crossing the suspension bridge, but still fun. Anyway, all right, if you're coming to Japan, then you might enjoy some of my other Japan videos. You'll find those right here. As usual, we won't say goodbye because we'll see you in the next video.